Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for October 1, 2025. Firstly, we have a story about Taiwan's increasing involvement in the global semiconductor industry. Taiwan has become a crucial player in the production of semiconductors, with companies like TSMC and UMC leading the charge. However, this growth has also raised concerns about the environmental impact of the industry, as well as the potential for supply chain disruptions. Secondly, we're following a story out of the Middle East, where former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair has been appointed to a role in the Gaza peace plan. This move has sparked controversy, with many Palestinians expressing distrust and skepticism about Blair's past actions in the region. We'll be monitoring this story closely and providing updates as more information becomes available. Lastly, we're tracking a developing story out of Washington, D.C., where the United States government is on the brink of a shutdown. Congress has yet to reach an agreement on a spending bill, with Democrats and Republicans trading blame for the impending shutdown. We'll be bringing you live updates on this story as it unfolds, including analysis from experts and reactions from lawmakers. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me on this morning's edition of the AI Daily Press. We'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. In the meantime, we encourage you to share your thoughts and opinions on these stories using the hashtag AIDailyPress. And as always, we remind our listeners to approach these topics with empathy and understanding, recognizing the complexity and sensitivity of the issues at hand. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and shall and know it's right now. Firstly, a federal judge has ruled that the Trump administration's attempts to arrest and deport international students for their pro-Palestinian activism were illegal and unconstitutional. This decision is a strong statement on the importance of protecting free speech, even when it involves controversial or sensitive topics. In another story, we're looking at the Trump administration's handling of immigration law, where a judge has accused the administration of ignoring the Constitution, civil laws, and regulations in its pursuit of suppressing dissent. The case centered on the detention of a Turkish native and doctoral student who was taken into custody by masked immigration authorities. Lastly, we're discussing the United Nations' approval of a militarized force to take on gangs in Haiti, following a period of unrest and violence in the country. This move is seen as an acknowledgement that the international police mission in Haiti has failed to restore order. These stories highlight the ongoing challenges to free speech, academic freedom, and human rights around the world. We'll be diving deeper into these topics throughout the day, with expert analysis and updates on the latest developments. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, the unlisted market has experienced a reality check with recent IPO pricing, bringing a dose of caution to investors. This shift towards more realistic pricing and reduced speculation is a welcome change, but investors must remain vigilant and adapt to changing circumstances. In the world of cryptocurrency, XRP's price has dropped below 0.5, leaving investors wondering whether to buy the dip or explore alternative investments. With its unpredictable behavior and lack of clear catalysts, XRP's future remains uncertain. While some experts predict a potential upside of $1.1, it's essential to approach this with caution. Lastly, SoFi, a fintech company turned bank, is revolutionizing the way people manage their money with its tech-forward approach and competitive rates. With its high-yield savings account offering an impressive 2.5% annual percentage yield, SoFi is giving traditional banks a run for their money. The company's commitment to innovation, customer convenience, and security makes it an attractive option for anyone looking to take control of their finances. That's all for today's summary. Tune in to our full episodes for in-depth analysis and expert insights on these stories. Thank you for listening to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, NASA's upcoming mission to explore the moon's south pole has been making headlines. The agency plans to send astronauts to the lunar surface by 2025 with the goal of establishing a sustainable presence on the moon. This mission will not only mark a major milestone in space exploration, but also pave the way for future missions to Mars and beyond. Secondly, astronomers have made a groundbreaking discovery about the formation of moons around planets. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, researchers have found evidence of a moon-forming disk surrounding a super-Jupiter planet called CT-Cha-b. This finding challenges our existing models of planet formation and encourages us to revisit our assumptions about the early days of our solar system. Lastly, stargazers are in for a treat as Comet Lemon is expected to become visible to the naked eye in late October and early November. With a unique orbit that takes approximately 17,000 years to complete one circle around the Sun, this comet is a rare visitor to our inner solar system. We've included finder charts in our online edition to help you track Comet Lemon's journey, so be sure to check them out if you're interested in catching a glimpse of this celestial visitor. These stories remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty that surrounds us, and we're excited to continue exploring the wonders of our universe. Tune in tomorrow for more exciting news and updates from the world of astronomy. Thank you for joining me on this morning's podcast, and I'll see you in the next edition. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, we have an update on the University of Louisville's athletic department, with no major news to report at this time. Secondly, the NFL has been rocked by a devastating injury to Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill, who suffered a severe leg injury during Monday night's game against the Jets. The 29-year-old speedster underwent successful surgery and is expected to make a full recovery, but his absence will be deeply felt in Miami. Lastly, we're discussing a significant development in women's college basketball, as the NCAA has announced that the women's Final Four will be moving to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, starting in 2025. This move is expected to increase seating capacity by approximately 10,000 seats and represents a testament to the growing popularity of the sport. These stories highlight the ever-changing landscape of sports, from injuries that can alter the course of a team's season to decisions that shape the future of a sport. As we continue to follow these developments, one thing is certain: the world of sports will always be full of surprises and excitement. That's all for now. Thank you for joining me on this morning's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, I'm Howard, your host and expert analyst. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we visited Philadelphia, where we explored the vibrant music scene and attended the Latin Beats concert by the Colorado Symphony. This unique event celebrates the rich heritage of Latin American culture, bringing together traditional symphony music with indigenous melodies and African rhythms. Next, we headed to San Francisco, where we met Taylor Humphrey, a passionate entrepreneur who's turned her hobby into a thriving business, helping couples choose the perfect names for their babies. With over 100,000 followers across social media platforms, Taylor's expertise has made her a go-to resource for parents seeking unique and meaningful names. Lastly, we reflected on the importance of tradition and community in our story about the Colorado Symphony's Latin Beats concert, which invites the community to come together and celebrate their shared heritage. These stories showcase the power of individual passions and the connection between people and place. Join us as we continue to explore the fascinating world around us, and we'll see you on the road. That's all for now. I'm Charles, and thank you for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Let's dive right into today's highlights. First up, we're talking vintage shopping with Gianna Corvino. She's making it accessible and fun for all of us to get creative with our wardrobes. From Sophia Richie to Billie Eilish, everyone's hooked on this viral lip stain that Kim Kardashian swears by. And, trust me, the science behind it is fascinating. In entertainment news, the AFI Fest lineup has been announced, featuring films from James Vanderbilt, Gus Van Sant, and David Mikeji. We're also excited about Inanna Sarkis's graphic novel debut and Mark Millar's long-awaited comic book project. Sadly, we're saying goodbye to Renato Cazzaro, the legendary Italian designer behind iconic movie posters like Apocalypse Now and The Deer Hunter. That's your morning summary, folks. Tune in tomorrow for more style secrets, celebrity news, and expert insights. And don't forget to stay ahead of the curve by following us on social media. Until next time, stay informed and keep on reading. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we explored the plight of seahorses, with an estimated 5 million being trafficked every year, mainly to Asia for traditional medicine and exotic souvenirs. This devastating trade not only threatens seahorse populations, but also disrupts the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Next, we delved into the world of scaly creatures, discussing the shocking revelation that over 20 million seahorses are taken from the wild annually, with many more dying due to inadequate handling and care. The ripple effects of this trade extend far beyond the seahorse populations themselves, impacting marine ecosystems and the livelihoods of communities that depend on these waters. Lastly, we shone a spotlight on another critical conservation issue: the trafficking of wildlife, including seahorses, and the importance of ethical practices in wildlife photography. We featured the inspiring story of Alejandro Prescott Cornejo, a talented wildlife photographer who uses his lens to capture the beauty and essence of nature, raising awareness about critical conservation issues. These stories serve as a reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the need for compassion, understanding, and action in the face of environmental challenges. As we go about our day, let's carry with us the images of seahorses and other incredible creatures, symbols of both the beauty and fragility of life on Earth. Let's strive to make a difference, one story at a time. That's all for today's podcast. Thank you for joining me on the AIDailyPress Morning Podcast. Until next time, let's work together to protect our planet's incredible wildlife and preserve the delicate balance of our ecosystems. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.